tear the flesh from your bones, might I learn more about myself.
Based on the body count around you, I'd say you've done more than enough learning for today. But I guess there's always room for one final lesson.
Oh, well, you seem to think that I'm not much of a threat to you. But these corpses here might beg to differ.
This conversation between Xicor and Vegito sounds exactly the same as the one from Megamind.
You can't trap justice. It's an idea, a belief.
Even the most heartfelt belief can be corroded over time.
Justice is a non-corrosive metal.
But metals can be melted by the heat of revenge.
It's revenge, and it's best served cold.
But it can be easily reheated in the microwave of evil.
Well, I think your warranty is about to expire.
And we are back with Dragon Ball Absalon. As you guys can tell, the intro has returned, but this is almost like a mini filler episode between the grander story. It is the book of Xicor, Xicor versus Vegito, and this one has a lot of backstory to the ending of one of the episodes where we did get to see Vegito and Xicor begin to start talking, and it left on kind of a cliffhanger, and we never went back to it. So today we are going into this brand new episode that is going to tether the episode to the rest of the story, hopefully. And if you missed yesterday's video, go ahead and check it out. Dragon Ball Super, but it looks like Dragon Ball GT, where F Burning took one of the best outros for Dragon Ball Super and made a GT version. Go ahead and check it out. I'm gonna leave a link in the description and the top comment. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So the premise to this entire scene, this entire sequence, is that Xicor has just annihilated a bunch of low-class Saiyan warriors. I'm assuming this was a scout party, as he says later down the line that they were asking for his name, and Vegito is the one that confronts him. And when Vegito confronts him, Xicor realizes that Vegito's energy is extremely familiar. It feels like something that he's seen before, and that's when Xicor reveals that he does not know where he's at or remember his history at all. And honestly, it is dubious to even think that he doesn't even remember his own name. So with Xicor just being thrown into the story, I'm telling you right now, nothing makes sense anymore, because this would mean that this is Xicor from Dragon Ball AF, and the fact that they talked about different dimensions in this means that Dragon Ball Absalon is going in a direction where they're taking characters from different fan manga stories, fan animation stories, and bringing them to this world, which I believe that this is Absalon, because where else would there be Saiyans with the original Saiyan battle armor? But we don't actually get the explanation whether this is Absalon or not, and if Vegito is permanently fused or 30 minutes to an hour fused. We don't really know any of those details, but we do get an entire exposition dump by Xicor telling us all about him not knowing anything, the true Saiyan way of killing people and killing weaker beings, and we get a lot of Vegito asking the same questions. When I said earlier that this entire sequence reminds me of the one from Megamind, it really is. It feels like a one-up. Each scene, each character talking, they're trying to one-up each other with information that the other one doesn't have, or asking questions that the other one needs to know. And that's when Vegito asked the important question, and that is if somebody wished Xicor back. Not exactly sure why Vegito asked him this question, unless he knows who Xicor was and how he was defeated, but it doesn't seem like he does, so I'm not exactly sure why he asked him if he was brought back or wished back, when it isn't completely obvious whether he even belongs in this dimension to begin with. But we do get one of the coolest lines from Xicor, and I would say right from here on out, all the dialogue coming from Xicor is really cool.
Did you die and get brought back to life?
Death, defeat. I'm afraid I've tasted neither. A fighter as strong as I rarely encounters such things, I'm afraid. But perhaps I can learn something about defeat from you.
And when Vegito finally asks Xicor's name, Xicor, just like the Saiyans that he slaughtered right in front of him, he refuses to give the name to Vegito, and Vegito sort of lets this chick die. I'm assuming Xicor used his full force to step on her head and crush her, but yes, she is completely gone, and now Xicor and Vegito are about to face off in a battle that, in my opinion, probably should have gone a little bit longer, but it's still satisfying nonetheless. Now, as it says on the screen, mean, this soundtrack was made by Sane Enigma, who is a Dragon Ball centric composer, YouTuber composer, who hasn't made videos in quite a while, but he's still a huge name in the Dragon Ball community. And this song is called Xicor's theme, Dragon Ball Absalon. To me, these are the type of battles that I like to see when it comes to anime, specifically Dragon Ball, and a lot of Dragon Ball fan animations do the exact same styling where there are a lot of frames. It is very kinetic, very fluid, almost seems like a Naruto Ninja Storm slash Dragon Ball Z Kakarot style fights when it comes to the actual button mashers, where you're going from point A to point B, adding different moves and just flying all over the map fighting. It is a really cool fight between these two characters. I just wish it was more clear and more apparent as to why they are fighting in the first place, because none of this makes sense at all. If Xicor is on Absalon, then why aren't the other Saiyans who have invaded Earth going back to deal with him? Do they know that he's on Absalon? Why is Vegito on Absalon? Is this in the future or the past? Why are the Saiyans that Xicor killed so easily not as strong as the ones that we've seen coming from Absalon on planet Earth? There are a lot of questions that need to be answered, and a lot of questions that get brought up once you actually get into this Dragon Ball fan animation. But the next episode we have is, I believe, episode 8. Oh, never mind. We have 9, and we have some teasers and trailers for episode 10. And it looks like episode 10 was made 8 months ago, so I think it's safe to say that Dragon Ball Absalon is still an ongoing series, seeing as how in the very beginning it took Melavelli years to kind of connect the dots between each episode. So I cannot wait to see exactly what comes next. But let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the story of Xicor versus Vegito. Let's go ahead and see who won hashtag End of Video Squad. Zeltic Vizard, as someone that continues to love GT to this day, I am really glad to see you talk about this video. It's just an example of Dragon Ball love in a form that embraces all eras of the series in a positive light that can be really difficult to find with GT's uncalled for dismissal. Good on ya. I honestly do really like GT, although I was one of the first, long time ago when I first watched it, that I was like, you know what, this isn't Dragon Ball for me. The English version, but the Japanese version is a lot better. The stories in GT have a lot more of what I wanted from Dragon Ball after Dragon Ball Z. They're a lot cooler than some of the ones we get in Dragon Ball Super, and Goku is portrayed a lot more consistently in those stories than they are in Dragon Ball Super. So there are a lot of things that, you know, even current Dragon Ball seems to be trying to learn from GT, as they've brought Baby back essentially with the new character, and it looks like Vegeta is going to be getting either Super Saiyan 4 style power or a God of Destruction style power. So thank you so much for your comment, Celtic Visitor. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.